Hi guys and welcome back to Mummy Cooks Homemade. Before we begin with the video, I would just like to say a big thank you to Sam from Grab Life by the Halls. She gave my channel a shout out yesterday when she didn't have to, and through that I've gained some more subscribers, for which I'm very thankful. So what I'm going to do is leave the link for her channel below. She's a mum to 10 and she's absolutely hilarious. If you would like to go and view her channel, just click on the link below and it'll take you straight to her. Leave a comment when you get to her and tell her where you came from. And thank you again, Sam. Welcome back. So today, like I said, we're going to cook a chilli. So let me get this hob on. Wrong one. There we go. What I'm going to do is start it in a pan. And what I've got here, this is going to serve on purpose because I'm doing this recipe specifically for Sam, knowing that she feeds a large family. So all you would need, Sam, is it going to focus? Why are you not focusing? Anyway, it says 500 grams of lean steak mince. This was £2.79, and you'll see by the rest of the recipe it's basically just things that most people have got around the house. I've got some open cans that need to be used up, that can be thrown in. So this for Sam would be a cheap recipe that could potentially feed all of her family with just that amount of mince. Don't get me wrong, this recipe's for everybody, but as a thank you to Sam, I've got her in mind for this one. I am going to transfer this, once it's cooked, this meat's cooked, into the slow cooker, but I wanted to brown the meat and cook off the spices a little bit because it brings the flavour out in the spices. Now it's going to look like I'm using a lot of ingredients, and yes I am, but they don't cost a lot. And things like the lentils, one 500 gram bag would probably do 5 of these chilies. This is such a good bulk ingredient, especially, I mean, I've got fussy children. I know, Sam's got some fussy children, and probably lots of others out there have got fussy children. So you can hide things that are high in fibre, like lentils, inside things like this. And at least you know you're getting some goodness into them. I mean, they're a superfood, that need you say any more. They're a superfood, they're really good for you. I can't stand the taste of them, but you can't taste them in this recipe because it's covered by the chilli, you see. So I'm just going to chop up this onion awkwardly. Should have done it beforehand, but never mind. Just going to chop this onion up while that meat's cooking. You might hear the dog go at some point, and that'll be my husband coming back. She's just nipped out to the aquarium for me. So if you hear a dog, never mind it, it's just my other half. I don't know about anyone else, but I have children that have got a thing about onions, so I do chop mine into small dice, and by the time this has been cooking in the slow cooker all day, they're not going to know they're there. One ingredient I am missing, I would say to use a couple of stalks of celery. I am missing that, but I'm not going out specifically just for that. So that's the onion in. Well, the brown onion. I have got some green onions as well, spring onions, but I'll be putting them in later. So we'll give this a stir, keep this cooking. I think I could get this to stretch. Just this 500 grams of steak mince. I think I could get this to stretch to a large family. Anyone can. You add beans in it, you add your lentils, your tomatoes, peppers, whatever you want. Absolutely whatever you want. You can add in grated carrot for a little bit of sweetness. Actually, have a bunny. Come to think of it. Nope. Need restocking. Unfortunate, but never mind. Chilli's one of them things you can throw in whatever you've got. Right, so that meat is nearly done now. So, I'm going to get, oh God, a measuring spoon. And I want a tablespoon. And I'm going to put my spices in. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put a teaspoon of dried garlic, but I am also going to throw in I've got some frozen crushed garlic. I do like to add both. And that is 2 cloves of frozen crushed garlic. Garlic's good for you guys, good for your heart. Mix that in. Right, what next? So we've got the garlic in. You can of course put fresh chillies in this. I'm not going to. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of chilli flakes, dried chilli flakes. Then we're going to add cumin, if I can find it. Where are you? So, cumin. And for the cumin, you want 1 tablespoon. All these spices are so handy to keep in. Maybe one day I'll take you around my 2 herb and spice cabinets. So there's that. My husband thinks I've got too many, but never mind. You also want a tablespoon of ground coriander. A bit more. And you want 1 tablespoon smoked paprika. If you don't have smoked and you just have the other one, that's fine. Come on, out you come. That's it. That's that. 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. So as you can see by what's going in, you don't really need to add them fresh chillies. My husband likes about 6 added, but he's just weird. A teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon. That's the husband back, that's what you can hear. And a teaspoon of ground black pepper. And all you're going to do It's given them a good mix up. I mean, you can see there's no fat in that whatsoever, nothing to drain. I'm going to give that a minute just to cook the spices, and then I'm going to transfer it into the slow cooker, and it will cook on low until I decide to turn it off, basically. So if you want to cook it in the morning after your school run, take half an hour out and then it'll be ready for after the kids have been picked up. Right guys, I'm going to take this off the heat, get my slow cooker out, and then I'll be back with you. Right guys, I'm back. So I'm going to pop this into the slow cooker. And I've lined the slow cooker as I always do. I'd rather clean this pan than the slow cooker, to be honest. So that's that. Next I'm going to add in these. I've got a half cup of red lentils, a quarter cup of yellow split peas, and a quarter cup of split green peas. So I've soaked them overnight, which is why they're so plump. And I've rinsed them 3 times, and I'm just going to pop these in. And that has literally just doubled the contents of what's in there. Now, I've got a tin of chopped tomatoes. And I've got my slow cooker on low. So I'm going to chuck in the tomatoes. I've got a tin of baked beans. We're not fans of kidney beans. My husband is, but the kids won't eat them, so baked beans it is. Plus, I already had one open, needed using, so I'm going to put that in as well. Waste not, want not. I've got a jar that was opened yesterday. That's half full of tomato and basil sauce. That's going in. Don't know if you can already see how full that is. So now, change my knife. Now I'm going to throw in these 2 peppers. I'm just going to dice them. Nothing is precise, guys, just hack at it and chuck it in, basically. I don't want to stand here all day doing this, so this is why I love the slow cooker so much. You can just throw things in there and what comes out at the end, 9 times out of 10, is absolutely lovely. That one. These have been washed. Give that a mix. We are going to be adding some liquid to this in the form of stock, and that'll be beef stock. Now I'm just going to chuck in some Worcestershire sauce. I'm not going to give you the measurements, just chuck in what you want. I would say 2 tablespoons tomato puree. Now I've got some spring onions, or green onions if you're in America, that need to be used up. Sneaker, get rid of that. So I'm just going to chop them up as well and put them in. Didn't chop that very well there. There we go. And that's that. I've got a bag of tomatoes here, which I was given. The larger ones I'm going to quarter. The small ones I'm chucking in. These tomatoes are going to break down, so I wouldn't worry about chucking these tiny little ones in whole if that's what you've got. I mean, look at that. I have a very nice mother-in-law who fetched these for me yesterday. I'll pull once I've chucked everything in, I'll pull the slow cooker up closer so you can see just how full it is. And that's all of those tomatoes used. I don't like waste. I think, in my opinion, if you've got money to waste food, you've got too much money. So, get rid of that. The times we're in now where it's getting hard to get hold of things, I think bulk cooking is the way to go, to be honest. Look at how full this is now. A good mix, the tomato puree, and it's real thick because we haven't added our stock yet. But these tomatoes are going to cook down and release their juices as well. So, stock wise, to start I'm going to put in about 300 mils. Well, I am if I can find a measuring jug. I'm going to put in about 300 mils. Sorry guys for the noise, I'm just going to boil my 1 cup thing. I'm not dissolving the cubes in it, just chuck them in. And then I'll add the water to that. They will dissolve themselves during the cooking time. Whether you like a thick stew, brain fart, sorry, chilli, or a thin one, add more liquid as you want. So there's the hot liquid, which will also get this started. So that's enough to get it started in the slow cooker. There, you see it's loosened up. And guys, that is up to there. I'd say it's 3/4 full. Everything in here is healthy, everything. I've added no salt because I've added stock, so I will taste that. But because the kids are going to eat it, hopefully, I'm not going to add any salt into it because of the kids. So if I want salt on my own, I will put it on at the table. But if you add it during cooking, that's absolutely fine. Do as you like. So what I'm going to do, pour it over. I don't want to wash this up, thank you. So I'm going to cover this now. And I think I've mentioned it before. I've got one of these slow cookers that haven't got the clips at the side, so the lid does move. If you've got one like that, put a clean tea towel over it, and that keeps the heat in and helps it to cook down. So that is literally it until later on. And once it's cooked down, I'll show you what it's like. Okay, guys? Hey guys, welcome back. So this is the final product on the chilli, and it's been cooking all day. You can see the lentils in it, but all it looks is really meaty. I have took some out because I've already dished up tea. So there it is in the slow cooker, and there it is. You can choose to have it with jacket potatoes, rice, whatever you please. So that's the chilli. So thank you very much for watching Mummy Cooks Homemade. If you would, please, if you haven't already, go over to Sam's channel. It's Grab Life by the Halls. I'll link it in the description below, and show her some love and tell her where you came from. If you wouldn't mind, hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Leave a comment below and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, guys.